Hi boys and girls, this is Miss Lee here, and I'm here to review for you this week's ELA and reading lessons. I will review the standard, the learning objective, and the strategies that we use to identify the main ideal and identify supporting details of that main ideal. Our standard this week was RI2, and RI2 is to identify the main topic of a multi-paragraph text. Our learning objective is I can identify the main ideal and supporting details of an informational text. Well, the strategy we use to identify the main ideal, we use the before reading strategy, during reading strategy, and after you read strategy. Before you read the title. You ask yourself, what is this text about? And then you think, what is the topic? During reading, you look carefully and read for text features. And then you ask yourself, is this text fiction or nonfiction? And then you look for information, words, or pictures that are repeated over and over again. And after you read, you think about the most important point about the topic. And then you think, what details or example back up my main ideal? Well, in order to practice these strategies that I just reviewed, we're going to use the book Staying Alive. And this book is by Jenny Feely. All right, Miss Lee is not going to read the whole book, but we're going to read enough of it so that we can practice our strategies, okay? So before we read the title, Staying Alive. And then we think about what could this book be about? Well, I'm also going to look at the front cover and I see a picture, which is a text feature for a nonfiction book. And I will say that it has a snake on the front and it says Staying Alive. So, I think that this book may be about animals staying alive. That's what the topic is. Animals staying alive. I think that's what the topic may be. All right, so during reading, Miss Lee is going to look carefully and read text features. Well, I know one of the text features are pictures, and I'm going to look at those very carefully. And then I also know that headings, and this book is filled with headings, and this heading right here says, Animals that use speed. This heading says animals that stay in groups. This one says animals that use bluff. Animals that use bluff. All right, so Miss Lee is going to read and see can we identify the main ideal using some of our strategies. And then also using the strategies that we've learned. So we've already read the title, asked ourselves what is the text about, and thought about the topic. Now we look for and carefully read text features. So we read the headings and we looked at the pictures. We noticed that the book had a lot of pictures of different animals. And now we're going to ask ourselves, is this book fiction or nonfiction? Well, I know that a nonfiction book teaches me something, and it's something about nonfiction is also about things in real life. So this book is teaching me something on how animals stay alive, so I think it's a nonfiction book. Now let's look for information, words, and pictures that are repeated over and over again as I read. Staying alive. Many animals are food for other animals. They have many ways to keep from being eaten by predators. Animals that use speed. Kangaroos can move quickly. They use their strong tails to push as they jump. Deers are very fast runners. They try to stay away from predators by running fast. They jump in the air as they run. they make them hard, which makes them hard to catch. Animals that stay in groups. Zebras live in groups to keep safe. The safest place is usually in the middle of the group. The zebra stripes make it hard to see one single zebra in a group. Fish swim in big groups. It is hard for a predator to catch one single fish. Animals that use bluff. Toads often puff themselves up and hiss at predators. This makes them look big and fierce. Frilled lizards hold their frills and stand on their back legs. This makes them seem bigger and fiercer than they are. So Miss Lee is going to stop right there. And we're going to think about information and words and pictures that were repeated over and over again. So as Miss Lee read today, Miss Lee noticed that the word predator, do you see that word predator, was repeated over and over. I saw it on this page. I saw it on this page underneath animals that stay in groups, predators. So we know that predators is a word that is repeated over and over. And we do see pictures of a lot of different animals. So that pictures of animals are repeated over and over in this book. So let's think about the most important point about this topic. Well, staying alive is a topic, and animals staying alive. So I think the most important part about this topic is that how animals protect themselves from predators, and examples and details that back up this main ideal. So the main ideal is, how do animals stay alive and protect themselves from predators? How do animals protect themselves from predators and stay alive? It's the main ideal. Now, supporting details that I've noticed in this, it gave us a lot of examples, like the kangaroo. The kangaroo, animals use speed. It talked a lot about how kangaroos move real quickly and how deers are fast runners. And deers are fast runners. This keeps them away from the predators because they can outrun their predators, animals that want to eat them. All right, boys and girls. So there we have it. We have identified main ideals. The main ideal of this book, Staying Alive, is that ways that animals stay alive, and some examples, key details, and supporting details we identified as: animals use speed. They outrun the predators. Animals that stay in groups. They stay in the middle of a group to protect themselves. It's hard, especially with zebras, it's hard to identify a single zebra within a group of zebras because they have stripes and that it protects them. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you next week after spring break. Have a good spring break. Bye-bye.